Hey everybody, what's going on? Before I get started, I have an account giveaway going right now, so I'll card to it up there if you want to go get the details on that. If it is on or before September 20th when you're watching this video. If it's after September 20th, the giveaway's over, so don't bother. But if it's on the 20th or before and you're interested, you can go check out the video there, get the details on how to get entered in that giveaway. I've been wanting to make this video for a while, so we're just gonna let Bad L farm in the background, and I'm gonna talk about some things that I think this game is going to need to do to continue to stay relevant, right? To be successful. I think that there are some crucial things that this game doesn't have, and there's not even any talk of it, which is interesting. And they're making some decent moves now. This is not really intended to like bash them. I'm not trying to bash them. I just want to talk about some things that I think this game would really benefit from on a lot of different levels. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the first thing, the most important thing first, because I want to make sure everybody hears this. I want Plarium to hear this. I want to go ahead and make my case officially for this. If you've been watching me for any amount of time, you've heard me mention a free artifact removal day is usually how I refer to it. And what I'm talking about is that one day a month, there needs to be a day, server-wide, game-wide, one day a month, where you can remove artifacts from champions at no cost at all. This is, and I've heard it said that Plarium thinks that this would break the game if they did this, which is just wrong, okay? It's interesting to me that they think it would break the game, since this game is very clearly modeled heavily after Summoner's War. They have taken a lot of pages out of Summoner's War's book, which is fine. I don't blame any game for doing that. Summoner's War has definitely set the roadmap on how to make one of these games and how to do it right, okay? It's a very balanced game. I have a lot of great things to say about Summoner's War, and while it's not perfect and some things could use improving for sure, it's the best, in my opinion, as far as everything being done right? Raid definitely has its appeal. The graphics, almost across the board, everybody would say they think the graphics in Raid are better. There's a lot more, I think, appeal to Raid. But they've clearly copied Summoner's War a lot, so they know a lot about Summoner's War. Summoner's War has free rune removal day. Once a month, they have it. They've even gotten to a point now where there are tickets that come with certain packs that give you like 6 hours of free rune removal and stuff like that. But for a long time, it was just one day a month. I think it was the last Saturday in every month. And not only does it not break the game, it's so much better for the game. It's so conducive to testing and information and community excitement, right? We all get pumped up for free rune removal day, and it's coming up, and we start making plans, and you know, especially with the Doom Tower coming up, maybe there's a floor you're stuck on, and free artifact removal day rolls around in that rotation of Doom Tower, and you can try to move some stuff around and test some things out, and maybe figure out how to get past this floor that you've been stuck on, right? Now, I think having it be free all the time would break the game. I think that you have to be careful about having that be an option in your game, particularly when it comes to PvP, right? You would just have people swapping gear around constantly to always have every one of their teams be the absolute strongest it could be, right? Which would present some problems. You know, if people were constantly moving gear around during rush hour, you know, the final rush in arena, that would be problematic in a game like this, in a game that is set up to be the way that this one has. So I'm not saying I think it should always be free. There should be one day a month where we can do it. It's more information for them, more testing, things will get figured out quicker. It's more information for the players. It makes, you know, a lot of us content creators do reworks and account takeovers for you guys. That would make it a lot easier. It would take away the strain from all the silver you have to build up. It's just, there's really no negatives to it. I don't understand why they think it would be a negative. And with the cost being so high, it's 100,000 silver to remove one 6-star artifact from someone, right? So if we're talking artifacts and accessories, and it's all 6-star, 900,000 just to take them off. If you wanted to swap gear between two champs that all had 6-star gear on them, that's 1.8 million silver to just move them. That is ridiculously high for there to never be a point in time where you can move them for free, ever, under any circumstances. That is absolutely insane. It's not correct. You can't have it be so cost intensive and have there never be an opportunity to do it for free. So that's what I think is the most important thing. That's what I think this game is suffering the most from not having. All of these other things would be great, and I think they're going to be important, and I think they're going to get more important the longer the game goes on without them. But this free artifact removal thing, I think, is the most important thing that they don't have in this game yet that they need to put in the game, okay? So that's number one, free artifact removal day. It is, I think it's crucial. I think it's crucial in this game. Number two, this is going to come as no surprise to you guys, but a dupe system. The idea that there's no dupe system in this game yet, and that they haven't even really given us any indication that it's on the horizon, is so crazy. And it would not be that hard of a solution, I don't feel like. There are easy things to do here. Take another page out of Summoner's War's book and do the blessing thing. Let us feed one of our dupe legendaries and some materials that we get from, you know, kind of like stuff for the forge to create. There's a thing called a blessing in Summoner's War that once you activate it, the next time you pull a legendary, it'll pop up too, and you get to pick one, so that if one of them's a dupe, you know, hopefully they won't both be dupes, but it decreases the odds that you're going to get stuck with a duplicate. Give us a system where we can take 3 random legendaries, drop them in the forge, and summon another random legendary. You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be something done here. I don't even so much care about it on my end. I just care about the principle of it. But if we're talking about my account alone, I've got 4 Septimus, 4 Martyrs, I think 3 Rays. I have over 20 duplicates in my account, right? And probably more now. I think I've summoned a few more since the last time I took count. I think last time I counted it was like 22. So I'm sure I'm over 25 now. I have more duplicate legendaries than most people have legendaries. And it's not, I'm not even the biggest sufferer here, you know what I mean? I know people that have 40, 50 duplicates. It's absolutely insane, and there's just nothing to do with them. Sure, you could build them up for 3v3 arena, but you know, that's not going to be part of it. That's not an answer to the duplicate problem. There's nothing to be done with them, right? You could feed them for skill ups, but let's be honest. If you could rank up a champ using a duplicate of that champ, and it would also count as a skill up, as it should, because you're still technically feeding it. If I have 4 apothecaries and I get my main apothecary to 30 and then rank him up to 4 stars with the other 3 apothecaries, he should get 3 skill ups on top of getting ranked up, right? If you could do that with legendaries, then at least you're getting a little bit of something out of the duplicates, if that's a route you wanted to take, right? If you had 3 Rosins and you used 2 of them in the food to turn your Rosin into a 6-star and he'd get a couple of skill ups, okay, well, like, at least we're getting somewhere. At least you're getting something out of them. But to just feed them as a tome hurts really, really bad, right? When you're getting nothing else for it. And there's easy answers to this. It's not like we're asking them to move mountains here. It's fairly simple to come up with a solution to this problem. It's just, they're just not interested in it because they don't really have to be, right? No one's really making that much noise about it. No one, like, we talk about it and we make some noise, but no one's going on strike over it, really. You know, and I think they don't really even care. I guess Darth kind of did, didn't he? Yeah, I guess they just don't care because they don't have to. They're still making money. They're going to be fine without it. And I know that they're working on other things. Again, I'm not. This is not a video designed to bash them, but you know, some stuff still needs to be called out, right? So that's number 2, is the dupe system. I think that's going to be really important, and it's going to get more important the longer that they don't do it. Number 3, one of the less important ones, but one that I would still like to see in the game, and I think is an important addition to a game when we start to get deep into the quality of life mechanics of a game, is team presets. So, for example, in Arena, there could be a little icon that you click, and it opens up a menu of 5 or 10 presets, and you can save preset teams so that when you want to switch teams in Arena, you don't have to go and find and hunt these champs down every time you want to move your team around, right? You can have your cleave set up, you can have your bruise set up, you can have your bomb squad set up, whatever it is you wanted to set up, you can have all these teams ready to go. Click this little menu, click the team you want to be put in, and get to it. They could do the same thing in dungeons, because especially as a content creator, I do a lot of testing in the dungeons. I'm running a lot of different teams, I'm trying a lot of different things. Sometimes I forget what my original team was, and I have to kind of figure it back out, you know what I mean? It would be nice if I could just save a preset of what my main team is, or maybe I'm working on some different teams for different videos for different reasons. Maybe I'm trying to do an all rare thing or showcase a legendary or whatever. I could save them in so that they're just available when I'm ready to have them, right? I don't feel like that's too much to ask. I feel like that would be relatively easy to implement, and it would be so nice. It'd be so beneficial, I feel like. So not a huge one, but a nice quality of life bump that I do think is important. I don't think the game would die over it, but I do think it's important. Now, these next two, I think, are going to get very important, very seriously important. I would say within about another year. I feel like these things are going to be crucial. Number 4 is Clan Wars. We're getting to a point where I think we need to start having an opportunity for clans to fight each other, to go against each other, right? In the same way that you have Arena. Now, I don't think it should be the same PvP system. I like the idea of Clan Wars being a different fight than Arena. So Arena has the 4v4 format. I think for Clan Wars, it should be different. I don't care what, I just think it should be different. Generally, I think 3v3 is the move, but some sort of different system than Arena, so that it's not just, hey, let's let clans do Arena against each other, right? Change it up. The things change dramatically when you change the amount of champs involved in a fight. But I think in a game where Arena is getting competitive, right? We are kind of developing a scene in Arena. For a long time, there was no scene. You know, there were a handful of people that liked to rank high, but there was no real reason to. There was no real scene. Nobody really cared. The rewards still aren't that great in Gold 4, but we seem to be taking steps in the right direction there, at least. And now we've got the 3v3 Arena. It's buzzing a little bit, right? We've got a couple content creators that have come up in the ranks that like to focus heavily on the Arena side. So we're developing a scene, right? So PvP is starting to get more important. There's more of a buzz around it. And clans want to fight each other. They just do, right? We've got our strongest, like Gods and Legends is up there, right? It would be really interesting to see how they rank fighting some of these other clans. I think we need a system, and I know that that's a big one, right? That's a big one. There's a lot of things that have to get added here for that to happen. But I think it's gonna be really important, right? It's already kind of boring to be in a clan now. There's only so many clan boss teams we can come up with for you guys. You know what I mean? There's only so many different clan boss teams to build. And after a while, it just gets boring. You know what I mean? I think everybody's kind of over clan boss. People are working on it, and you know, we're still trying to come up with comps and do as many things as we can. But it's like that's it. That's the only clan content there is in the game right now. Clan Wars would add so much depth to this game. It would give you reasons to build so many different champs and come up with different comps. And I think that's going to be super, super important. I'd give it like another year. I think within a year, that's going to start to be a crucial one. I feel like we could start losing a lot of players in Raid that are just bored. You know what I mean? Arena's only going to do so much to satisfy that. You add Clan Wars into it, you get a whole new depth to the game, whole new scene. You could add a whole new shop, right? That could be its own currency with a whole new shop. Lots of stuff to be done with a system like that, and I think Raid would benefit heavily from that one. And then the last one, I kind of feel the same way about it as far as like timeline. Now, I think it could be one or the other. I don't think these both need to come out in the next year, but I think if one came out in the next year, the other one would need to come out within the following year, right? And what I'm talking about is live PvP, a real live fighting, live arena. Live arena opens up so many possibilities. So many possibilities. It makes things so much more interesting. You can let content creators battle each other. We could battle you guys in the stream, and there could be tournaments. People could host tournaments. Raid could host tournaments. Raid could start to have live events, convention style tournaments where everybody comes and watches. Summoners War did this a while back, and it was a blast, man. It was so much fun to go to that. As a content creator, I would love the idea of Raid having, or Plarium having, some sort of reason to host some in-person event where I could meet you guys and meet the other creators. And I feel like that live style, that live feel to things opens up possibilities like that. I'm sure there are other ways they could do it right now. I don't know if that's something they ever have in their plans, but I would love to see that happen. And I think live PvP, again, adds a whole nother layer of depth to the game, right? It opens up so much more. It becomes so much more interesting. It changes the way Arena has to be played, because you're no longer manipulating. You can't manipulate a defense's AI anymore, or hope for certain RNG. Everybody's deciding everything that happens, so it adds a whole new layer of depth. You'll see champs that aren't viable right now become viable because of the way that works, and people trying to be innovative and trying to come up with new things and trying to trick people in different builds, and it adds so much depth to the game. It's a lot of fun, and I think Raid, again, the biggest reason I want that is because I feel like it gives them an excuse to start holding live events. And I would love for Plarium to start having some sort of live event again, because I would really like to meet the other creators. I'd really like to meet you guys. I think it would be a lot of fun. I don't even know that I would necessarily care about trying to be in the event. Just to go and meet everybody, I think would be super dope. So that's my kind of selfish reason for wanting that. But aside from my own reasons, I do think that it would be a very healthy thing for the game. And I think it would keep the game interesting for a lot of people for a lot longer. I think it would draw a lot of new people. I think it would give this game a lot more longevity. Right? I think the game would last a lot longer with something like that. And I do think eventually people are going to get bored if some big things like that don't get added. The Doom Tower is going to be nice, hopefully. And it'll kind of tide everybody over for a while. But they're going to have to keep reaching for big things like this to add to this game, to give it all these different layers of depth, to keep a lot of players interested, because different players like different things. Some of you guys hate Arena, right? The only reason you touch Arena is for Great Hall. And some of you kind of exclusively just want to do Arena, and the only reason you do the PvE content is to get your gear so you can do well in Arena, right? Different people like different things, and that's okay. And these games need to come up with something for all of those groups, right? I'm personally a big fan of the tower style thing. I'm gonna love Doom Tower, hopefully. I hope that it's not bad. That's the type of stuff I really like to get into and play around with. So everybody's got their thing, and I feel like adding these things helps them, reach out to, I don't know how to phrase it, helps them give all the different types of people that play these games the thing they want, right? Adds more depth, adds a lot more things to do, particularly the live PvP. The notion of that gets me excited. I would love for Plarium to have a reason to start having these live events, so that's the real reason I want them to do it. But that's it. I just thought this might be kind of a fun little discussion to share some thoughts that I've been having with you guys and hear what you guys think. I would like to know what you think about these types of additions. If you have anything to add on to any of my ideas, and then any ideas that you have of your own. I know a lot of you have probably played a lot of games I haven't played. Maybe you've seen some styles of content I haven't seen, or you just have some ideas for some things that you think should be added to the game that would be important. So I'm interested to hear what you guys think. Again, I have the account giveaway going. I do have a new podcast. Me and my buddies have started a podcast. I say I have a podcast. We have a podcast. Started a podcast with a couple friends of mine. So if you want to check that out, I will throw a link to that down in the description as well. It's called Cheese Money. And there's no particular topic. It's not raid. We just chat, try to have a good time, and yeah, that's it. I'm done plugging stuff. Really interested to know what you guys think, both about what I've presented here, and then if you have any ideas I didn't talk about. So let me know in the comments. And that's it, man. I appreciate you guys watching. Closing in on 10K subs. That's pretty dope. I'm done. Later.